I think I'm mentally retarded. Anyways, depression here. I've been skimming through animes for the past few seasons. I have never been satisfied with any one of them. All of the rom-com or slice of life have this terrible trope of never really progressing until the last few episodes. And if it gets really bad, you'll get an extra 2 seasons with no plot progression, but leave you just reading the dojin. But anyways, enough degeneracy because my balls force getting sticking to my leg. The stories in plot this season has become more mild lately. And it's like they know the audience wants to edge themselves but on the floor too. If you love everything that I just said, then Chuunibyou is a great edge for you. This Chuunbiyou, or whatever the fuck you call this anime, is about growing up. This edgy mess is about following a male MC, Tatsumi, and watching himself destroying his past. That past was being an edgy cringe lord that even he himself cringed at. But later, he discovers that a girl upstairs, Rika, was also into that cringy roleplay, and it was a magical girl with a forbidden power called 8th grade syndrome. Later on, while he was getting ready for school, he bumped into that same bitch that was into that weird roleplay. The first few episodes are what any normal romantic comedy would be, and sets the characters and new ones get closer to one another. In a sense, you're being drawn into this group because you're still watching, and slowly seeing the chemistry dynamic of what each characters match one another. You begin to see that these characters actually engage differently with one another, and slowly, you kinda know what to expect from these cast of characters. Yuta is trying to get rid of his cringy pants, and Rika is still showing that side of cringe. Akame is a highlight reel of AMVs. The class president is just a male MC, and so on. This show kinda sets the stage of what will happen within the next few episodes. Back then when I look at this show in 2020, this was all the marketing for anime TikTok, and since I just recently watched it, I regret not watching it since. I thought this anime would be all about a magical girl show that I have no interest in, that takes part in high school. Then, it proves my ass wrong, and that the world of magic is only an illusion that children's are capable of seeing with cringe dialogues. Without spoiling too much of the show, it's actually incredible that the characters are somewhat well written. Granted, even if you did watch the show when it first came out, and know what to expect from this video, fuck you, but that information is relevant. The point here is, was it still good? Does it still hold up till this day? All these questions are stupid, and yes to all of them. The first 6 episodes are what I pretty much said earlier. The chemistry and the cast of characters, the boring shit. But what about the last few episodes? Next few is where the story actually progresses, and without any sugarcoating of potential spoilers, it starts to become more engaging with the viewer's eyes. You later on know what drama happened behind her little sister's past, that drama being her deceased dad. I might have jumbled a bit of information, but I'm just coming up with shit that are top of my ass. So for hardcore fans, I'm not sorry. Now before I forget, there is a bit of a romance dynamic, but I can't handle it. Yes, it is comedy, but when the wicked eye witch is conveying with cringe lines to confess her emotions, it kills me every time. Not in a funny way, but in a cringe way. Later on, Akame asks if Yuta can help change her little sister back to her original self. Akame is apparently a 5-star chef and is headed to Italy. With Rika being a first year in high school and having eternal conflict with her mother and deceased father is something that will make her uncomfortable. Being stuck between the harshness of reality and illusional happiness is what makes these characters struggle. The studio behind this anime is Kyouto Animation. You might have known them because they made Violet Evergarden, Clannad, and Hyoka. But they also made a bunch of remarkable animes that look visually appealing. And it's kind of surprising today that this is the anime that we got in 2012. Because if I remember correctly, in 2012, There wasn't that many remarkable animes that are even stacked or even hype. The only remarkable things that you remember is just the top 30 animes, or the big 30. The point I'm trying to make here is that the visual, or the art style today, is visually appealing, even back in 2012. If you look at any of the other shows that Kyouto Animation has made, it's visually stunning and appealing. The only reason why I'm mentioning this is because I'm kind of disappointed that a bunch of other shows, at least today, or at least this season, just doesn't lack this kind of emotion or depth into the storytelling. You don't really see the ideology of growing up. You don't really see the ideology of losing your nuts